Heyo, and welcome to my channel. I am Chris Cross Applesauce, and today we are going to be doing episode number 2 of my template series for Corvette building. Today's episode is entitled The Raven. Let's go ahead and get started first by switching into first person mode and then starting a brand new Corvette. What we're going to want to do first is build out and away from our center point and put all of the gubbins down that we need to be able to exit and enter the workshop freely without having to plant our habitat, cockpit, reactor, and landing gear all the time. So go ahead and plant your landing gear in the center. Grab yourself any of the single habs, build on top, to the right, and then down from there. I go ahead and delete the landing gear in the first two because we're just going to rebuild them later on. Then I build 4 more to the right and 5 more up. Then up here in this top right corner, I throw down the Thunderbird landing thrusters, which count as landing gear and thrusters, so we don't have to worry about both of those. Then I throw down a landing bay, a cockpit, a reactor, and a weapon on top of the reactor. And then I typically build this structure with Zenith reactors down at the bottom. For whatever reason, if I place this structure here, when I exit and save, it does not shift the entire build down and over. If I delete this and I finalize my current design, as you can see, it's going to shift over to the left a little bit. See how it's not dead center anymore? To prevent that from happening, we can simply place down those Zenith reactors as I showed you before. So if I place down these, again, for whatever reason, if I place a little cross of Zenith reactors right here, and then finalize the design, everything stays perfectly centered. Or not perfectly centered, rather, but directly where I had placed them before. So, at any rate, once that is all done, we're going to go ahead and delete our preset up here, and we're going to grab ourselves some double habitats, not the half ones, and we're going to build out 4 of them here, and then 4 on each side for each of the 3 that we just built, or for each of the 4 that we just built on both sides. You're probably thinking to yourself, why are we building a giant square? It will all make sense in a moment. The main point is that we cannot place decorations directly on top of the surface of the floor in our workshop. We have to be able to place them off of habitats. So this is creating a platform in which we can use to place things on top of as scaffolding for our template. Next, we're going to place a single hab or half hab in the center here. Then we're going to shift it over 1/2 by grabbing a rock hopper propeller module, flipping it to the other side, and then placing it in this position right here. Then picking up our hab and shifting it over 1/2 space. And then we can delete the propeller. And now we are ready to start the wings of our Raven. So apply these and exit. Now we're going to come over here and hop on top of our half habitat in the center. Now we're going to look either to the left or to the right, doesn't matter, we're going to be doing this on both sides. Grab yourself a molded crate, go into free place, and then find the direct edge of the collision detection of the module you are on top of right now, and place it as close to the edge as you can, centering it on this line right here, this seam in between the other habitats down below. Does not have to be perfect. Turn around and do it exactly the same as you did on the other side. Again, exactly is a bit of an overstatement. It does not have to be perfect. You just want it as close to the mid-bridge of everything as possible, like so. So once you have these two set up like this, pick one of them. I'm going to go with the one on the right side here. That's the back of our build area. This is the front. So looking out to the front, I'm going to choose the one on the right here. And I'm going to force myself into this corner over here, the top right of the direction we're facing now. So once I'm in this corner, I'm going to go into the build menu, and I'm going to pick up the paneled window. I'm going to toggle to free place, and then place my reticle directly as far back as possible in this seam right here. This is the only one you really need to be exact with, because you want it to be exact on both sides. So I'm going to place this window there like so. Now, the trick to doing this setup is not to just move over to the next spot and place your next window like we have done with previous tutorials. This one, we are going to be duplicating our previous window so that it stays at the angle that we placed it at. Then we are going to place our reticle along this seam right here, as far to the left as it will let us go, like so. And we're going to press C, toggle the edit build menu, then we're going to duplicate that part and repeat this process again, following this seam here as far to the left as possible, staying on the seam, toggling edit build, duplicating, follow the seam, and as the angle stays the same and you move more to the left, you're going to be able to move further and further left along this seam, so keep that in mind. Toggle edit build, duplicate, place as far to the left on this seam as you can, toggle build, duplicate, rinse and repeat. Do this for as long as you wish to do. If you want your wings to wrap all the way around to the front, then wrap it all the way around to the front. I'm going to go until I reach 90 degrees from our starting point here. Have nice big raven wings. And there we go. That looks to be right about 90 degrees from where we're standing. So once that's done, we're going to hop out of that box we were in. And we're going to come over to the other box. However, before we start the next one, now's a good time to run over to the workshop display, enter it, and then go to modify and just simply pick up and replace anything, then exit it, apply the edits so that everything that you have done so far has been saved. Then we can go back up and go to the opposite box up on our little pedestal and repeat the process from the other direction. So we're going to jump in the box, force ourselves into this far back left corner now, go into the build menu, grab ourselves a paneled window, and place it along this seam at the very edge after we toggle to free place. Like so. And look at that. Those almost perfectly line up in the back there. We're going to toggle our edit build, duplicate it, then again follow this seam right here as far to the edge as we can, and place our next one. Toggle the edit build button, duplicate, follow the seam, place our next window. I'm going to go ahead and finish this next row up, and then we can move on to the next step. Alright, once we have done that, we can hop off, hop over our windows that look beautifully aligned with each other, and go back into our Corvette workshop. Now might be a good time to also just pick something up and place it, and apply the edits to save everything we've done, then re-enter the workshop. Once back in here, we can go ahead and delete our little cat boxes we hopped into, and our hab in the middle. Now, taking a look at what we've built, I'm going to kind of gauge and see that they're both fairly even on both sides. I'm going to go ahead and count them to make sure I did the right number on each side. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I'm going to delete this 17th one there so that we have the same number on each side. So once this is done, I'm going to go ahead and delete our nice little platform. We're not going to need it anymore. But I am going to keep down our center row, as that is going to be the quote-unquote neck and or body of our Raven. So I'm going to pick up, look at how directly in the center those two windows are. We did a good job on this. All right, then I'm going to build up one from that one and then just shift all of these up. Next, we're going to duplicate a single hab, and now this part is important for you to decide as the builder. Do you want your single habitats to be facing in this orientation, where you can place wings on the left and the right side of each of them? Or do you want it to be facing in this orientation, where you can place wings on the top and the bottom, or the front and the back? For this setup, I'm going to go ahead and place them in this orientation. No, I'm going to place them in this orientation. So I'm going to go ahead and build these out, ensuring that each one of them is facing the same way. If you do not ensure that they are all facing the same orientation, you're going to have a bad time later on, and you're going to have to do some extra work if you don't want to just redo the entire structure, which might be easier than doing all the extra rotating that you would have to do anyways. See, sometimes Hello Games likes to force you to try and do things, but you have to say, no, Hello Games, that's a bad Hello Games, I do what I want. There it goes again. I don't want to put it that way, so I'm not going to put it that way. Take it easy, Hello Games. I will spam Zendesk for nothing. Alright, as you can see there, our part count is up to 80. That's a lot of parts just for a setup. Well, you can come back behind and Come back behind and carefully delete all of the windows from each one of the habitats. This is going to give you back 32 pieces, since we had 16 on each side. And there we go. This is a template I call the Raven. Now, I actually ended up not building a Raven out of this. I ended up building a giant, like, goose. I called it the albatross. It looked like a giant white swan that was flying into war. It looks awesome. I'll show it to you right here. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? But anyways, yeah, here is the template for the Raven. I hope to see you guys in my Discord channel and show me what you built off of this. I bet you they're going to be spectacular. And thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and share and hype this video up. It really, really helps out the channel. Like, I'm a small channel. It helps out. Any little thing that you do, for reals. So I will see you guys in the next one. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.